Cold weather doesn't have to mean high bills. PSE is here to help you upgrade your home to be more energy efficient. Whether your home heating system needs a quick pick-me-up or you're feeling cool drafts around doors and windows, PSE offers rebates on efficient equipment that can help you lower your monthly bill. Visit pse.com/lower for tips on how to reduce your energy use and to learn more about PSE's energy efficiency rebates.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
This is The Mighty Rock, starring BJ and Migs. Mornings.
Because, hey, at least once a day, you should experience a BJ.
You know, I'm ready for my BJ.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. The Parma City School District in Ohio has a program that helps teach employment and life skills to students with multiple disabilities. And they were bringing back their annual luau for the first time since COVID. And they made a video asking The Rock to attend.
Nice. Right on. I bet The Rock would be a lot of fun at a luau. He could sing. He plays the ukulele. He's got some sweet moves, BJ.
Yeah, I know you won. I know you got a bromance with The Rock. I know he can do everything.
And you don't like him because he does nice things.
Yeah, I don't like.
He could even sing that one song that he's the Maui song.
Yeah,
the who?
You're Welcome from Moana.
Yeah,
you don't even know his greatest work, Steve.
I don't know how it goes.
Oh, you will.
No, I've seen it. I've heard the song and I'm very entertained by it, but I haven't heard it a bunch of times yet. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if it becomes one of Lily's favorites or if you get to dodge that bullet, but I'm sure you won't mind because it's The Rock. So, yeah, I
love that you're so pained to talk about The Rock in a positive way now.
Well, it's not that. That's tough, but it's also, I don't know what the school's thinking, hey, let's just see if he'll show up.
Why not? You throw it out there. Sometimes celebrities see something, and worst case scenario, they say no, but maybe they send a video back.
Yeah, I guess. It's not the way I do things, man.
Okay.
But he did see the video, like you said, though, and he could not make it, like you said. But, he did send a video of his own that was played during the event. And I guess that's a nice thing. I suppose you have a point that, hey, if a guy can make a video at least, and that's I suppose, in this day and age, it's not a horrible request to make as long as you go, hey, can you come or send a video? That'd be great.
And also, he hooked them up with cool stuff. Yeah, so if they never sent the video, he would have never done any of this, BJ.
Well, unless he brought the stuff with him. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, if they never sent the video, you're right. It was a huge hit to everybody. And like you said, the video wasn't it. He sent an awesome gift package to each one of these kids. Sneakers, athletic wear, an Xbox. And that was, again, for each kid. And I guess these Xbox...
human being. He's giving Xboxes to children.
And they had adaptive controllers. That's kind of cool. And unlimited game downloads for a year. Threw him a pizza party. Here's some audio of the video that Rock sent.
I love the video. I loved everybody's performances. I also want to take a moment to shout out all the incredible student peers. Yours truly was once never part of the National Honor Society because you guys are way smarter than I am.
And the teachers, they were pretty happy about the whole thing.
This day means so much to us just because we got to see their faces light up.
This is for real. She sent them for you.
They're going to have this memory for the rest of their lives, and this is the best day of my career.
How dare he put it on his Instagram, sharing such good news, BJ.
Did he put that on his Instagram?
Well, of course he did.
Oh.
He said, it's always going to be the best part of my job and easily the best part of fame. A few months ago, I caught wind of this special invitation, and I knew I had to deliver for these incredible kids. Here, hit the link in my bio to watch the full story unfold. Keep smiling, kiddos, from DJ.
Yeah.
So you can't do nice things and also share it. You should just do nice things and act like it never happened.
If somebody else shared it, I was about to give him a pass.
What if this inspires, though? He has a big reach of billions of people on his Instagram
and
page.
Celebrities. Like a bunch of celebrities follow him,
This
too.
could inspire them to do cool things as well.
You're right. I mean, I look, it's not horrible. I think I'm just rocked out. I get it. I'm rocked out, but
that's why I share these things with you.
Yeah, I know exactly why you did it.
Yeah,
and this one, I was like, this is going to be the one you're most torn on because he's not doing something nice for his family. He's doing something nice for kids that could really use something nice being done for them.
See, this is the problem. If I didn't see so much rock stuff, I'd be like, oh, that's kind of cool, even if he shared it on Instagram. But he shares everything on Instagram about, here's what I'm doing, here's what I'm doing, here's what I'm doing, Terramana, here's what I'm doing. And that's why I'm so rocked
He didn't give the kids Terramana, in all fairness.
Very responsible, yes.
The teachers were pissed off because they were like, look, we work hard, we're teachers, we want Terramana.
He should have given them at least the energy drinks.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, this particular instance, it's hard to be mad at him. And he was asked to do something, and he did something, went over and delivered above and beyond. I can't be mad at him for that.
I'm never mad at him. Everything he does puts a smile on my face.
I know, because you're that guy.
That likes nice
you would
things
be
being
the
done
same
to
way.
people. Yes.
Yeah, you would be like, look at me. I'm Steve Miggs. I'm doing this. Look at me. I'm Steve Miggs. I'm doing this. I'm Steve Miggs, by the way, and I'm doing this. I just, that you're the Rock. You're just not as successful.
Right. But we have the same hairline.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's about the top of your head's about, I guess, really where the comparison then stops right there. Sorry.
It was funny. Somebody, this guy runs Wrestling with Regret, which is a popular YouTube page, Brian Zane, so I'm their YouTube champion. So he shared, though, I recently won the SOS championship, and he shared the picture congratulating me on his Twitter, and somebody on his followers, they don't know who I am, so they just see the picture like, wow, I think they wrote something like, The Rock really let himself go or something. Or The Rock looks like crap these days. I'm like, because we're bald.
Yeah.
I thought it was the funniest thing. I couldn't stop laughing when I saw that. I was like,
you have been compared to so many people, not in a favorable way, but you have been compared to so
never
many
been
people.
favorable.
No, it really hasn't. So the verdict is, I mean, this is a nice thing that The Rock did. I'm not going to say it's not. I mean, look, I'm not. I'm just rocked out. He's kind of just humble bragged too much that, even the nice things, I'm like, ugh.
See, I think I now look forward to it because I know it gets under your skin.
Oh, it does. It does.
Because maybe I'd be rocked out too if I didn't know it bothered you as much as it does. But because I know it bothers you whenever I see a story about The Rock, and I know whenever he's trending, it's not going to be anything bad because he's just flawless.
Oh, yeah.
No pressure, Rock.
And I've never heard a bad thing about The Rock except from Vin Diesel. I'd like to get Vin's story. I might be on Vin's side. I might be Team Vin at this point.
I think everyone is anti-Vince. You go and you hoist that flag,
Team
buddy.
Vin just because of The Rock. I mean, yeah, you're right, Ref.
Not even the guy who gets
Diesel.
compared to look like Vin Diesel is on Vin Diesel's side.
Yeah, well, you've been compared to both. You got to pick. Are you an ugly Vin Diesel or an ugly Rock? You got to pick which one.
Yeah.
Oh, of course I'm an ugly Rock.
Okay, fair enough.
Deflated, ugly Rock. I'll take it.
Put that on your business card.
Who uses business cards these days, BJ?
Well,
I'll put it on my social media handle.
Yeah, put on your NFT. You can do that.
My NFT yourself.
Yeah, whatever the kids are using these days. Oh, man. Well, yeah. So The Rock's a nice guy.
I just love how disappointed you are with
I
that.
really am.
He bought these kids Xboxes with special controllers.
I know. He did a nice thing.
He could have just done a video and had a pizza party, and I'd be like, he's the greatest man ever.
Oh, my gosh,
Yeah.
a pizza party?
Yeah. I mean, he did a very nice thing, and it is good that people get to see that nice things are being done. So it's just like I said, it's hey, I bought everybody a house, Terramana. I mean, that's the part.
Terramana.
I'm just so done with it. I'm just like, hey, I just happened to be out the street here. My buddy over here, Terramana, that's his name. I don't know what to tell you. I'm The Rock.
It's like, if a tree falls in the woods, doesn't make a sound. It's like if The Rock does something good but doesn't tell anyone, did he really do something good?
Yes. That's, I think, what he thinks. He thinks he has to tell everybody or it didn't happen.
Well, you're always pressured to put content. Do this, put this up on social media. And here he is finding fun, feel-good stories to put on his social media pages. I'm not going to begrudge the guy for that.
You do make a good point, and it may just be he is a victim of our times. I tend to be more of the Keanu Reeves kind of person, where Keanu does a lot of good stuff too, but you don't hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
And Keanu's not banging his own drum. But you're right, Steve. Part of being successful is being good on social media. So and the one thing about The Rock is he's been very, very smart about his career and about how he markets himself. So, I mean, you may have a point there.
It's all part of his elaborate plan to one day run for president.
Yeah, well, we couldn't do worse, could we?
Dude, that's what his whole damn television show is about. He's the president and he's reflecting on his life. It's like, this is like the most...
Oh, he's the president when he's on... That's what his whole show is?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Oh, well, you can tell I've never watched it. I'm sure that's a surprise to everybody.
President running for president? I think he's the president. It's been a minute since I haven't watched it in a while. But I'm pretty sure he's the president. And the whole thing is he's being interviewed by a guy who's then reflecting on his life and just all the craziness that's happened in his life. And then they do all these flashbacks. That way the show's not just like in one consistent order.
He's running for president. Yeah, in 2032. Yeah.
Yep. There we go. Oh, in 2032.
And he looks no different than he does now.
Well, of course,
man. Really? So in 10 years, The Rock, he probably will. He actually looks better than he did when he was younger.
What if that's actually what happens, and then all this has just been part of his massive, master plan of, I'm going to have a television show that makes people feel comfortable knowing that I'm running for president.
Yeah.
And it's a successful show, man. The show's doing well for him.
Yeah. I'm always suspicious of anybody who wants to be president, because I know you're just doing it to pretty much set yourself up financially for the rest of your life, as opposed to helping this country. At least I'm very, very cynical when it comes to anybody wanting to be president, because Jesse Ventura, in all of his craziness, did say this. He said, why would somebody who makes millions want to take a job that pays thousands?
Power.
Which is pretty much the job of the president.
Yeah.
And what power do you have? I mean, you're a figurehead. But
think of how many bottles of Terramana tequila can he sell if he's the president of the United States?
That's what I'm saying. It's the opportunity. I mean, you take a look at the Obamas, man. I mean, they're rolling in it now because, he was president, and him and Michelle apparently are doing all sorts of great stuff, again, because he was president.
They're doing a podcast. Like another person doing a podcast. Like, what are the Obamas going to
I know. Right. But that's a podcast that, probably someone will tune into.
Well, they better have to do those fun podcast commercials like most podcast hosts, for boner pills. Hi, I'm Barack Obama. I satisfy Michelle with this blue chew pill.
Okay, wow, that escalated.
No,
no, thank you.
Is it just the podcast I listen to that have
Might be. I know a lot of the folks do ad space or whatever. There's always some website building company that they want you to do.
I swear they target wrestling fans for having erectile dysfunction. Because it's every podcast I listen to has some kind of an ad for Blue Chew or some other erectile dysfunction.
I don't know what that says about wrestling fans.
I don't know either.
Right? Yeah.
That and Manscaped. So they're hairy and they have stiffy issues.
All right. Well, now I would like to hear more about Manscaped. Hey, there's a woman that ruined somebody's wedding with a lawnmower. Oh, I'll tell you all about this at 8:17 on The Rock.
Find your dream home during Lennar's year-end sales event happening in over 70 cities nationwide. Get incredible savings on new Lennar homes for a limited time only. Head to lennar.com today, but don't delay. Offers end October 9th. Promotions and offers will vary by community. See a new home consult for details. Lennar is an equal housing opportunity builder. Lennar Sales Corp, Cal Atlantic Homes of Washington, Inc., CALATHW 836LR. Lennar Northwest, Inc., LENNAN 1893QG.
We now return to BJ and Migs mornings on The Rock 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. There's a couple going viral on TikTok after people posted footage from their outdoor wedding ceremony in Canada earlier this month. And why are they on TikTok? What's so special? Well, throughout the clip, you can hear the sound of someone mowing their lawn. And they even show the woman at the end of the clip. She's across the street loudly and awkwardly mowing a portion of her lawn with a weed eater. And here's a clip of the vows being drowned out by the neighbor's yard work.
Your loving and faithful husband, in plenty and in
want. Man, and And it's obvious they're having a wedding. It's not like this lady just must hate their neighbors.
The person who posted the clip said that this woman did do it on purpose. Though I don't know how she knows that, because there wasn't any beef that they knew about ahead of time. What a weird way to mow your lawn, though, is with a weed eater. Get a lawnmower. What are you doing?
And her lawn doesn't look that crazy to need to get weed eated or whatever. She's looking at them, so she knows what she's doing.
I bet she's pissed because a bunch of cars that are parked in the neighborhood that aren't usually there.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, my sons of bitches are all parked here for the most important day of their lives. I don't care. I'm going out there to make noise. And they called her the C word, I guess, when they described, because we went up to her, she was not kind. Not everyone has a reason to be a C. Some people are just rude like that. It's truly unfortunate.
Well, boy, I think you could really say that about the wedding people, because how rude is it to basically just decide to have a giant event in your neighborhood like that?
Yeah, you should probably run it by the neighbors.
Yeah,
I think if you're going to have that many people show up.
I don't imagine. I mean, I wish they don't say that they did that, so I have to assume that they didn't do that. They just decided to have the wedding.
It looks like one of those neighborhoods that has a little park on the side because they're by the water. It looks like it's kind of fenced off, like would be a parking lot over here.
A little common area.
Yeah, so it almost looks, like a common area, so they might not needed to.
Yeah, I mean, because sometimes if you have a get-together for Thanksgiving, do you run it by your neighbors and, hey, there's going to be a few extra cars in my development?
Well, that's different than a wedding, don't you think? I mean, you're not going to have, if you have 50 to 100 guests at a wedding,
it
right?
doesn't look like that many.
It doesn't look like that many. I'd say 20 to 30 tops, and that's even a lot.
And wouldn't you go to the neighbor that's directly across from that area? Wouldn't you go to everybody and say, hey, I was wondering if you'd mind. We're having a wedding. We're going to do that. Is that a problem for you? I mean, I feel like, if that was done, maybe this could be avoided.
Maybe this woman's just not that friendly. I could be wrong, but she's setting off a lawnmower or making the loud sounds. So maybe she's not approachable or that nice of a person. They've had issues, and I'm, of course, just speculating, but...
I feel in this HOA world, first off, if it has a common area, I wonder if it's an HOA community, and if they had the approval of the homeowners association, then that neighbor's a jerk.
At the end of the day, you see someone getting married, wouldn't you just be like, you know what, I'm just going to let this one slide?
I think it really depends on your attitude in life.
Well, she seems like a real happy person.
Yeah.
Of course you would. You would let it slide. You'd be like, whatever. Because you also would get out of having to mow the lawn. Of course, you'd love that, wouldn't you? I would.
I can't do it. Yeah,
100%.
exactly.
I would be like, honey, I can't ruin the wedding. I'm out. I would be very happy to have a wedding stop me from mowing the lawn.
And it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so this is going to be another week.
Sorry, honey. I don't know we should get that service I recommended. That would be great. I would have
See, when we have parties at the house, I make sure and I invite all of the neighbors around.
Oh, look
so
at
at
you.
the very least, if they don't want to come over, they know what's up.
Do you?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea, Rev. I mean, that way, hey.
Do you knock on their door to invite them, or do you have like a little like a group chat?
A lot of the times I'll see them out.
Okay.
Just like when they're about to if they're taking out the trash or if they're getting into their car or something, if I can catch them at that point. Or sometimes I'll just, I've got cameras at the house, so I'll literally wait until they come out of their house and I'll watch on the cameras and I'll just casually walk out there and be like, oh, hey neighbor. So by the way, we're having this party on this day. You're totally invited.
I will say it's funny at Rev's house because there was when you first installed those video cameras, you had a party right after, and I remember just being enamored by just watching people on the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I could just join the party, but it was like, oh, this is awesome. They're like high def cameras.
Yeah. You can watch everybody. Most angles outside are covered, so you can see what's going on.
Yeah, that's not Big Brotherish at all.
The crazy part in this video, and Vicky just spotted it, apparently someone commented, said, how is nobody talking about her using a weed whacker to cut her grass, but there's literally a riding lawnmower right behind her.
Oh, my gosh.
Funny.
She did this to be a troll.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't riding a lawnmower be louder, though? I would have fired that baby.
I don't know.
You could pull it up right behind and turn it on.
It would be quicker.
That's true.
And it looks like she wanted to be out there for the long haul.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of the people on the internet hate this lady, but there are some folks that saying, hey, she's on her own property. She did not agree to host a wedding in the neighborhood. And, it's look, if you don't get your own venue and you want to do something like this, you're just going to, I think you have to deal with that.
I feel like I kind of wish I, had the Nextdoor app link for that neighborhood because I feel like people probably complain about that lawnmower lady quite a bit.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
You're right. Yeah. It depends. She does. You're right, Steve. I think the nice thing to do, even if you're grumbly, would be like, all right, I'll wait for this stupid thing to be done.
Or she's the one who complains all the time. Like, she's the next door police, and she's the one who's always talking about...
Oh, she'd be on there. You got to know that.
Yeah.
If you're planning on having a wedding next time, you should let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to set off my lawnmower.
Are you on my next door?
Yeah, I'm really split on this because I just feel like that might be a little bit more than, I don't know. It's because weekends are for like working around the house and getting your stuff done. So I'd be like, wow, this is throwing all my plans off. I'm not going to get a chance to get this done because I got to go back to work Monday and I have plans on Sunday. I would be bothered that my schedule is interrupted if I had to stop. Again, though, if it's mowing the lawn, I have no problem not doing that. So I'd be very happy at the couple.
Right. I know something about that riding lawnmower. If she used it, if it worked, I imagine it did. Would probably speed that up, though.
Yeah, but I think you're right, Steve. I think she was like, you know what, you bastards.
She could have put some cans and strings on the back of it and said, you guys could ride off in this.
Oh,
it says just married.
There you go. See, that's always
a way to lawn. Look at that, 2 for 1.
Lemonade, right there is what we get out of that.
Dude, I was laughing yesterday. I don't go on the Nextdoor app at all, but I get the email alerts, like whenever there's a new notification. And more often than not, I'm like, oh, whatever, not gonna. But there was one, somebody was just losing their mind about crows yesterday on the Nextdoor app. So I actually, I had to sign in so I could read the whole thing because all I saw, when you get the email notification, it just gives you like the first half of a sentence, and it's like if you want more, you got to log in for this bitch. So somebody's like complaining because we have crows eating peanuts on our roof and the shells are clogging our downspouts. And then they like start yelling like, if you're feeding any animals, stop. You're not doing them a favor as they need to fend for themselves. Thank you. And I was just like,
oh yeah. Nextdoor is just a bitch store. It's a bitch store app.
She would hate me literally because what did I do yesterday when I got home? Saw some crows hanging around, so I made sure, got some peanuts, put them out on the front step, and then I sat out there and I was like talking to the crows. I'm like, "Hey guys, I'm your hookup, so just remember my face."
Oh boy, I'm gonna tag you in this post. And I'm gonna be like,
"You're the guy."
Hey, I know it's not in the Puyallup area, but I know someone who does it in Tacoma.
How do you know those crows don't fly to that person's place in Puyallup? Because that's just where they dump their peanut shells.
No, I have no idea now.
That's a good point. They have all these crazy peanut expectations.
Oh, yeah. What if they bring it to the peanut party?
Meanwhile, I'm reading this outside of my backyard while Tatum's playing, and I look up and there's a crow on our roof, and I'm like, it's probably doing the same thing.
Better make some friends.
Whoops.
Oh, we're homies. Yeah, we caught them, me and Tatum, and then they leave us bones in our backyard.
That's right. Yeah.
Weird.
I have to make a retraction.
Uh-oh.
I have to fully endorse the people having the wedding. They were well within their rights, and that woman who was mowing the lawn was a jerk.
Is Sarah telling you to say this?
Because I was just texted that I had a wedding at my mother-in-law's house, actually, in her neighborhood. I forgot that was where my wedding was. So, yeah. So I have to...
Wait, did the exact same thing you were just bitching about?
Yes, I
forgot.
Whoa,
speaking of eating crow...
Yeah, I took time. You know what? It's peanut time. Get the peanuts out in the chromies. Yeah,
and we're supposed to believe that you don't remember. See, this is why you don't remember dating your cousin.
Right?
Like, look at your memory. You don't even remember doing the exact same thing we've been talking about.
I know, boy. It's this is a tough one.
And it's not like it was like some like weird like.
It was 37 years ago, Danny.
It was not some small event. It was your wedding.
It's your biggest day.
I really don't remember much of it, except I said I do. That's what I remember.
You got married in a backyard in a house.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. But I will say this. We didn't tell anybody to stop mowing their lawns. I just want to be clear about that. We let people go on. We go on with their lives.
Well, because I'm guessing your neighbors were decent enough to be like, they're getting married. We probably shouldn't mow our lawn right now.
Yeah, I can't remember it, but I know we had a lot of cars, I'm sure. So, yeah, I feel like, I have to issue a retraction.
How about this person? My neighbors across the street had a wedding at their place. We have a huge yard, and they approached me for parking. I said, sure. The groom was a master roaster at Cutter's Point Coffee. I got paid in fresh roasted beans.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, that's cool.
The bean hookup.
See, they asked the people. I don't know if we asked about it.
But they asked because they wanted to use their area for parking.
Yeah, it's nice to talk to the neighbors, let them know what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to have a ton of cars, sometimes I'll see that and I'll be like, in our cul-de-sac, where it's just like a giant amount of cars. And it's like, oh, man, it would have been nice to know. But then again, every once in a while I have a few cars over, so I guess, well, all right, I don't tell them that either. So
our neighbor's got like about 1 billion cars, so every day we think they're having a party, but then we realize they're not. That's just everybody's
their cars.
Home. Everybody's just it's a family, and then the mom, and then the brother. Everyone lives there.
Oh,
and they're awesome. Like, there's no issues. Like, they're not. It's not like any kind of like crazy noise or anything like that. But it's funny every once in a while. Like, I look outside, I'm like, I think our neighbors are having a party. And then I count the cars. I'm like, oh no, there's only 8 cars. That's just everybody that lives there. Their home.
Oh man,
yeah,
that's a lot of cars.
I remember talking with the dude. He's like, yeah, we're thinking about getting this. They were talking about some car you're getting. I'm like, you're getting another car? Like, how many cars do you need?
Yeah,
he's like, oh no, we'll sell this one. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So it's just a replacement. So we're going to stick with 8 as the full number.
Insane, dude.
That's a lot of cars. Man.
It's a ton of cars.
Wow, that's a lot of cars.
I'm like, they have to play Tetris to get them all on the driveway, and that way they're not like inconveniencing the neighbors, and they're good about it.
But neck to have to move either. Like if you're the front car and you go, hey, I got to get out of here.
Right?
Oh yeah, I hate that.
It's time to get a helicopter.
That's the thing.
Helicopter.
Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
The name of which African animal means river horse?
River horse.
Which one?
Lion.
No.
River horse. Tiger.
No.
Otter.
No.
Sorry, my friend. It was the great hippopotamus. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We'll play Beat Miggs at 8:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. I owe a lot of back taxes. Can bankruptcy help me?
Bankruptcy can discharge back taxes under certain circumstances. Some types of taxes are never dischargeable, like if you have taxes from an employee, if you ran a business and didn't pay employee taxes or sales taxes. Those types of taxes cannot be discharged in bankruptcy. However, most people don't have those kind of taxes. Most people have just regular income taxes. If you owe income taxes and you filed your tax returns but just weren't able to pay the taxes, if the taxes are more than 3 years old and you filed the tax returns, those types of taxes can be discharged in bankruptcy in most circumstances, especially through a Chapter 13 case.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Cold weather doesn't have to mean high bills. PSE is here to help you upgrade your home to be more energy efficient. Whether your home heating system needs a quick pick-me-up or you're feeling cool drafts around doors and windows, PSE offers rebates on efficient equipment that can help you lower your monthly bill. Visit pse.com/lower for tips on how to reduce your energy use and to learn more about PSE's energy efficiency rebates.